What the heck is going on, guys? How's everybody? Today we are back with another Summoner's War Chronicle video. Today we are going to be covering mid-game strategy, how you want to use your resources, what you should be focusing on, and all that fun stuff. But before we get into that, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are pushing towards 500 followers. We are super close. The like button, comment button below on what you guys want to see next, what info you want to see. And with that being said, let's get into it. So first we want to cover the guard journal. So if we go into our menu here, guard journal, I'm a little bit behind on this one, so I want to get this finished up. So you want to make sure you have that finished. You want to make sure you have this finished for every zone so that you have all the resources you can get. And you want to make sure you have all these monsters gotten and all the resources from those as well. And then next thing I want to talk about here is going to be the transcendence of your summoner. So this is something that is going to take priority as you're starting to progress your account towards the end game. So we can see here we have the energy of harmony, energy of transcendence, and energy of chaos. So if we click on this, we can go to professions here, and we can see that we can craft these with the lower level energy of harmony things. And then we can get those from, we go to Path of Growth. So each one of these, Path of Training, Path of Adventure, and Subjugation, they give to a different one. So this one gives to the red.
And it gets rainbow ones.
Yeah, it's really good. I like to farm that one. And the most gold too. This one gives to the dark. And then this one here is going to give to green. So it doesn't matter which one you run. As long as it's the bonus day, you're going to get this. So you want to make sure you're spreading your resources kind of evenly so that you are able to transcend your summoner. So yeah, so I focused a little too hard on the red one, so now I have to go and farm these other two. But it's really important that you keep up on this because it's going to allow you to wear higher gear. So the next level is only going to expand my skill level, but the one before this, the transcendence before this, allowed me to wear 6-star awakened gear. As well as I think up to 3-star awakened gear for the 5-star.
No, you can always wear that.
Oh, I could? Okay. Yeah. So it's just 6-star gear that it's opening up?
6-star awakened gear and expanded your skill level.
Okay, yeah. And then so the next one's going to expand my skill level, and then yeah, it's going to keep going here. So you see you're going to need a lot. So you again want to be making sure that you're spreading your love through all these different dungeons, as well as if we go to raid, it also, not raid, Rapture. It also drops from here as well, but it is RNG based, but you can actually get like the big ones too.
They normally give you one big one and some small one.
So yeah, that's nice as well. You can get that daily.
And there's another spot you can get up to, the exploration. If you can do stage, the special guide. Yeah, I think stage 3, yeah. Stage 3 drops them.
So yeah, you can get them from there as well, so that's really important. One thing I want to say, you want to make sure that you're using these tickets, not so much the expedition ones, but these raid ones. The raid ones. So you get tickets, but you want to make sure you're not using the tickets till you're farming like this zone, kind of. So I wasted a couple today on White Castle, just getting some better gear, but yeah,
sometimes you need to get the gear from the one before, just so you're strong enough to clear the next one.
Yeah, but you want to try to reserve as many of those tickets as you can. And then one more thing here that Chet is going to explain is he's going to talk about the rune scaling.
Swift runes don't seem to scale very well, especially on guys with low attack speed. So Bastet that you have on Swift here, she has really low attack speed. Her base is 90. So it would be better just to go full energy on her. And even on Theomars, I found that Rage runes scaled higher than Swift runes on Theomars. Yeah, or even Fatal.
So she's kind of my last monster that I have left on Swift. So I've kind of been like leaning towards changing off Swift. It does seem like Rage, Energy, and Blade and Foresight kind of seem to be the main ones, just because of scaling and combat power. And the bonuses are so important to get. So Swift seems to kind of be a crap set, actually, which is kind of depressing.
Yeah, it's okay on Theomars, but I switched my Theomars. I had a Swift said it was like 225 or something crit damage build. And yeah, I switched to Rage, and the Rage was just better, and the Rage runes weren't even close to as good as my Swift runes.
And then another thing you want to make sure you're doing is you want to make sure that you are doing your participation rewards. Of course, I already did mine.
Yeah, the battle support.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you're redoing these, and even these ones you can redo for battle support once you don't have a ticket.
Oh, because you refresh.
I was refreshing today.
Click on Foggy. Because you can do this
Oh,
one
yeah,
again,
yeah.
probably.
So if I were to do this, battle support, so it tells you, so once a day you can get
additional tokens.
So it's really important that you're doing that additional run every day as well. I think they all do it, and yeah, so those tokens can be
the
used.
butterfly one and the other one don't.
So yeah, you can use those tokens in here to like buy gear. So it's really important that you're doing that as well. And then I want to switch gears here now. We're going to get into some alchemy and some profession stuff. So we did just recently release a video on alchemy talking about the skill points. So if you didn't see that, be sure to check that one out. But you want to make sure that once you get your alchemy up a little bit, you want to be crafting things like this and things like these here.
Any of the mid-tier stuff.
Yeah, you want to craft these books. And what you want to do with all this stuff is you want to put it on your runes and your summoners. So I'm going to show a bit of that after. Just to make sure that you get some power into them without going too high into your resources. Because once you start crafting these, you want to make sure it's on gear that's a little better. And especially once you start crafting some of the legendary stuff, you want to make sure it's actually good gear.
That was so expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. So, but this stuff isn't too much, the rare ones. Sorry, not rare.
They're
mid, yeah. And then you also want to make sure you craft these mid gems, so they're very cheap as well.
Yeah, that's 36 ruby ore to make one of those gems, or 36 aquamarine to make one of these.
Yep, so not very much at all. So you want to make sure you're crafting at least these level ones, and you want to make sure you're getting percent and not flat, and putting those into your monster. Into your summoner and into your monsters.
And you can use the flat ones. You can take them to the handworker guy and try and combine them possibly.
Yep.
Or you can save them to turn in to level up your alchemy.
Yep.
You save all the ones that you're not actually going to use on your gear.
So like here I have an accuracy one tagged in on this piece. I have an evasion one tacked in on this piece here.
Yeah.
And then I have gems on all this stuff here. So a lot of this gear I actually just got today, so it's kind of lower level. I need to farm some gold. But yeah.
I didn't even notice that at level 5 before.
Oh yeah. But they all got gems in them and stuff. And then so if I go to my monsters here and I go to my runes, if I click in here so we can see I added HP to this one, just flat HP kind of crap. I shouldn't have done that, but you can re-go over them. So I was kind of just getting rid of everything today. But yeah, some accuracy. So this is going to help really boost your combat power. Some HP and some res. So again, this is a better rune for me. It has evasion, res, HP, def on a swift rune. So this was a pretty strong rune for me. So I put in those two. But yeah, so you guys can kind of see the concept. So I kind of did this for all my guys. They all have
your main team of guys.
Yeah, they all. Oh,
maybe you missed some.
They're close. They're close. I'm getting there. So yeah, so you want to make sure you're doing that for some added power. And then one thing I want to cover that we actually kind of gave some misinformation on before a little bit. So if I come to alchemy here, no, sorry, not alchemy. I apologize. If I go to processing and I scroll all the way down to the bottom here, apologize, it's slow. And I go to this pink flamingo. So you actually need 3 of these in order to get mastery. For like once you hit level 7 on all the 4 professions, then you can go to master. So you're going to need 3 of these in order to hit master, and you can only craft 1 a week. So you want to make sure you get your 3 crafted before you turn any of them in for gold. So that is really, really important. However, you can still craft these guys and turn them in for gold.
With all the stuff you need to get master.
Don't worry, the 3 weeks is not a big deal.
Yeah, you probably have 3 weeks.
Yeah. But that's definitely a public service announcement. So again, make sure you're not using too good of resources on some of your crappier runes and gear for your summoner, but you can definitely craft some lower level resources just to get you that power while you need it. And then one more thing when we're talking about professions, so do as I say, not as I do. I'm very far behind in my blacksmithing.
You went into cooking first, that's all.
And I wasted too much time on cooking too. Just buy your cooking from the guild shop, man. Just don't waste your time.
Yeah, it's not worth it. All the
So
farming
whenever you're
do.
doing crafting, one thing I want to stress is make sure that you don't craft this, because it kind of just ends dead here. You want to keep going on the bottom tier here so that you can eventually get 6-star gear. But you can basically craft all the different gear sets in here. So,
except you can't get the 6 stars yet.
Yeah, it doesn't work. But you don't want to go this way and then have to go back down this way later anyway.
Yeah, you can't go back.
So it's important to do that. And again, you probably don't want to craft any gear other than the waterfall. Like, hopefully you can get strong enough to be beating Naraka. And then you can be crafting this gear, like crafting your gear up that you're getting and leveling it up the awakens with that. But you want to make sure that you get your blacksmithing up and ready to go. So again, I'm a little bit behind there. But that is okay. So one thing when we're talking about professions is definitely going to be the crafting material. So crafting material is hard to get. However, there's one thing that is very helpful, and it's this exploration captain. So what you can do here is you can send your guys out to explore, and they're essentially going to go out and get resources for you. So you want to make sure that you're sending your guys out every 6 hours if possible. Obviously you sleep, you work, and things like that, but you want to try to be as on this as possible, making sure right before you go to bed you're setting this up, and then in the morning you're setting it up again to go, changing it at your lunch, whatever.
Yeah, if you set them out twice a day, that's probably good enough.
3 times a day. You'll be
3
fine.
times a day?
Go beyond that shit. Okay, so the things you want to focus on, so things like iron and silver are very easy to farm because they have their own like block. What you want to focus on here are things that you have to farm other things to get. So such as the cobalt mineral, this eternal life, this fluorite mineral, fluorite, not fluorite, fluorite mineral. The thing with this one is you don't need it very often, but when you need it, you need a lot of it. And it's really hard to farm, so be sure you're sending your guys out for that. As well as this is also very hard to farm, the peridot ore. So that's another good one to be sending your guys out on. This topaz is really hard to farm. The titanium mineral.
Yeah, tritanium.
Tritanium, yeah. But again, anything like this red diamond, sapphire, emerald, those are really easy to farm because they have their own bricks. You guys can see I'm like at 0 of these ones because I just did the alchemy upgrade and you needed a bunch of them.
You need so much. Obsidian's another one that's a rare or rare mineral.
Yeah, so you want to make sure you're just sending your guys out for all of those. For me right now, I've been really focusing on cobalt. I find I need a lot of this, but I'm sure that's going to change now that I'm in the next level of alchemy. But yeah, so that's something very important to be considering and doing in mid-game so that you can get your resources in order to get all of your professions up. And then again, cooking, you want to focus like last. You can just buy it from the guild shop. We showed that in another video, so I'm not going to go over that. And then the last thing we want to touch on, although we have done it in some other videos, but this is also mid-game stuff, so make sure you're doing your Spires of Ascension. We actually just covered that.
The celestial one.
Yeah, the celestial one, yeah. So you want to do the challenges for each. And then we've also covered this as well, but you want to make sure you're checking this shop for pieces of guys that you need, as well as when they give you good deals on 5-star rainbow mons. So actually I have one missing here. It's because I bought the 5-star rainbow mon. So I just trade 40 crappy 4-star pieces. So I just traded vagabonds. And then I get a 5-star rainbow mon. So
even the 4-star rainbow mon aren't that bad. I'm finding that I'm like hitting a roadblock with them right now.
Oh really? I've been fine.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah. So yeah, and then you can also buy pieces of your guys, right? So guys you're trying to upgrade, especially the 4-star guys for sure. You want to make sure you're checking that, and this refreshes every 8 hours. So make sure you're checking that shop. But sorry guys, kind of a windy video, but hopefully you guys are able to learn something. Hopefully you guys are around the mid game, heading towards end game. But with all that being said, be sure to like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to us, and we will catch you guys in the next one.